Hello everyone. So today we are going to learn how to import, export and update data using dataloader.io. So let's begin. So what is dataloader.io? A dataloader.io is a cloud-based web application which does not require a download of any softwares, and it also works well on all major browsers. One of the advantages of dataloader.io is that it allows you to automate your tasks using daily schedules. The users here can log in with their existing Salesforce credentials, which means an additional username, password, or Salesforce security token are not required. This is considered as the biggest advantage of using dataloader.io. Users here can find related account IDs from within the integration application without using Excel VLOOKUP function. It also provides a way to quickly and easily filter fields to find the specific data mapping fields. Dataloader.io allows you to export both objects and their parent information on a single task. The users here can also select the fields they want to export and quickly filter data based on custom criteria. So let's go ahead and see how to import data using dataloader.io. And now in my Salesforce org, I'm going to click Setup. And in the quick find here, I'm going to say Data Loader. And select this option here. Once this comes in, I'm going to go ahead and launch it. Now you confirm your redirect to dataloader.io. Select your environment here, agree to terms and conditions, and log in. Once you enter dataloader.io, it takes you to the welcome page where it has some video content on how to import, export, and delete data using dataloader.io. It has some documentation and some solutions for you. Now, let's go ahead and say new task and import. First here, you select a connection. So your login credentials will be your default connection here. So if you wish to use a different Salesforce connection from the one you're using, then you can go ahead and click this icon to create a new connection. Next, we select the operation type, either insert, upsert, or update. I'm going to select insert. Next, selecting an object. You can use the quick find function to search through objects, and you can use the filter here to show standard, custom, or even the hidden object names. I'm going to quickly type my object name. We are going to import an opportunity file. Next, we have to upload a file. You can import your file from your local directory or select it from one of the cloud repositories here. I'm going to upload it from my local directory. Let's say upload CSV. I'm going to say opportunity import and say open. You can map your CSV columns to the Salesforce fields here. Any matching headers from the CSV file automatically maps to the Salesforce object fields. To map a field, you can use the quick find here on the top to search through the source fields and find the column from your file. You can also use the quick filters here as mapped or unmapped fields from Salesforce and quickly find if you are missing some important attributes. Now I'm going to map this field. You can also use these quick filter tabs such as required, unmapped, IDs, or custom here to map to the required field. I'm going to choose the name field from the required and go back to the all filter here. Now that all my fields are mapped, I'm going to give next. Here we have a summary of all that we are going to import. We have the name, connection, and we also have the number of rows we are going to import. You can schedule your tasks so that they start running regularly. You can choose between hourly, daily, weekly, or even monthly. Once you have created your task, you can change the schedule for it by either editing the task and coming back to the screen, or directly from the schedule button below the task on the task list page. You'll also find a schedule tab on the home page, which you can use to quickly find your scheduled tasks. The API mode here provides two options. One is bulk API and the second one is batch API. You can use bulk API when you want to load or delete a large number of records asynchronously. You can use the batch API when you have less than 200 records per request. Next, you can choose to send the results via email. You can set up your tasks so that an email notification is sent to you whenever it runs. You can also add multiple receipts as well as multiple CC to the sent email. Here in the Advanced tab, we have date formats, timeouts, and some of the other options that you can select from. The date format is available for both bulk and batch APIs. This option allows you to select your import date format, choosing between American and European date formats here. The serial mode is available for bulk API only. This mode guarantees that the batches are processed one at a time in Salesforce. The timeout here allows you to limit to the maximum time a task can keep running. When the task reaches the timeout threshold, it will be cancelled automatically. The default timeout set by the system here is about 2 hours. I'm not going to set anything in my advanced settings here. I'm going to say quickly save and run. Once all the opportunities have inserted, we get a link here which says 50 successes, and if we have any errors, we can go ahead and check them out. This link, once clicked, helps you download a CSV file with all the opportunities that have been inserted. I'm going to go ahead and quickly refresh my Salesforce org and check if all those opportunities have been imported. I'm going to choose one of my list views that says today's opportunities and reload this. Let's go. And I'm going to filter this to today's date. So now, once I have filtered my opportunities, I can see that all my opportunities have been inserted here. So this is how you import data using dataloader.io. Next, we are going to update data using dataloader.io. To update my data using dataloader.io, I'm going to use the account object here, and I'm going to update the account sites of few accounts here in my CSV file. So this is my CSV file here. I have the account names and site of few of the accounts. So for this update to take place, I'll need the IDs, for which first we'll have to export the data. I'm going to go to data loader and export a CSV file with all the accounts and site. I'm going to select account object, and then I'm going to select account ID, account name, and we'll need site. So I'm going to quickly search site here and select account site. Let me check if I've selected all the fields. I'm going to click next. So we have 39 records here. I'm going to quickly say save and run. Once all of these are run, I'm going to quickly download my account export file. Once it's downloaded, I'm going to quickly open it. So here I have the account IDs, the account name, and also the account site here of few of the accounts. So I'm going to copy this content here and to a new sheet here. So here I'm going to update the account site from this sheet here using the lookup function. I'm going to say lookup function and say OK. I'm going to select the lookup value as the account name here, the lookup vector as the whole sheet, which covers all the values. I'm going to scroll down to the end. Yep, I have all the values. The result vector is going to be the site name. So I'm going to select the site name and give OK. And now I'm going to drag this all the way to the bottom. So all that values have been updated now. So now I'm going to save this sheet separately. I'm going to say save as and say updated accounts and save it. I'm going to say OK. I'm going to minimize this, and now I'm going to go ahead and update my accounts. I'm going to choose the connection, which is here by default. I'm going to say update as an operation, choosing accounts, and next. I'm going to upload my CSV file now. I'm going to say updated accounts, the file that we worked on. And we have all the values here. Since we have all the fields mapped, I'm going to quickly say next. And then I'm going to say save and run. So now that all our accounts have been updated, we can see that all of those have been a success. I'm going to quickly go ahead and reload my accounts page to see if all the account sites have been updated to what we have changed. I'm going to select my list view as all accounts and see that all the account site has been updated to according to our CSV file here. So this is how you update your data using the dataloader.io. I'm going to quickly go ahead and show you one last example of how to export data using dataloader.io. We've already seen one example when we wanted to update the records, but we are going to see one more example on it. So here I'm in the data loader. I'm going to select new task and say export. I'm going to choose my object as cases and give next. So here I'm going to select few of the fields like case ID, case type, closed, then the description, name of it, whether it's escalated or not, the phone number, and the status of it. I'm also going to choose the priority here. So there are two ways of building your query. First is using the query builder here. The second one is writing your own query here in the editor. So when you're using the query builder, you can select your fields here and you can also add filters to it and also order it by specific fields. The SQL query section here gives you the option to write your own queries with no need to using the query builder. You can also verify your query using the verify button to make sure it will work properly before running your task. So I'm going to filter it more here. I'm going to say where priority is medium. So let me verify if my query is right. Once it's verified, I'm going to give next. I have 13 records here. Go ahead and give any of the advanced settings, or you can add a destination folder like we've discussed before. And we are going to save and run this now. As soon as the export is done, whether it's a success or it has failed, it shows that all the records have been success. So I'm going to go ahead and download this file now. Once it's downloaded, I'm going to go ahead and open it. So this is how you can use the query editor or the query builder to filter out the records that you wanted to export. As I mentioned before, you can also schedule the task and rerun the tasks again when required. So this is how you import, export, and also update data using dataloader.io. So with this, we come to an end of how to import, export and update data using dataloader.io. Thank you for watching.